Well, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the magnificent Barony Hall on this special day, a day of celebration for you, our graduates, and for your families, friends, and supporters. We're delighted to be joined here today for this ceremony by people from across Scotland, the UK, and indeed the world, on what is one of the most important days in the university calendar. Shortly, each of our graduates will, when their name is called out, be invited to come up onto the stage where I will cap them, thereby conferring them with a degree. This is an ancient public rite of passage and a mark of achievement, a proud tradition stretching back to the Enlightenment when Strathclyde was founded. Upon being capped, the graduates will become graduates of our great university. Once I've awarded all of the degrees, I will then take the opportunity to tell you a little more about our university, our heritage, and the role we are playing in the world today. Once the ceremony is finished, you're invited to join us for refreshments at a reception in our Learning and Teaching building. But before we begin, let me just say this to you. Please savor this moment. And to the families, friends, and supporters gathered here, don't be at all shy in showing your appreciation for the graduates, short of coming up onto the platform here, please. And do enjoy the ceremony, which I now declare formally open. Thank you very much. I now invite Dr. Roddy Yar to present our honorary graduate, Mr. Ian Manson, and Roddy will then be followed by Professor David Hillier, who will then go on to present our graduates.
My Lord and Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you Ian Manson. When I first met Ian, it was as part of the Clyde mission, a government-led River Clyde regeneration working group that had come together. Ian brought an inspirational voice to the group, with clear leadership, knowledge of and support for the communities, people and businesses involved in the East End of Glasgow, Rutherglen and Shawfield, next to the River Clyde. The area's industrial past has left a legacy of vacant and derelict land, and some of the communities close to the river are amongst the most disadvantaged in Scotland. In his 14 years as Chief Executive Officer of Clyde Gateway, Ian has presided over Scotland's largest and most successful urban regeneration programme. It has seen more than £1.5 billion of investment from the public and private sectors, around 6,000 jobs brought to the area, and 3,000 houses built, with thousands more fully refurbished and improved by community-based housing associations. Ian is a family man, and we are delighted that his daughters Fiona and Rose have joined him today at today's ceremony. You're most welcome. Ian was brought up in the Inverness area and studied geography at Aberdeen University and town and regional planning at the University of Glasgow. Once qualified, Ian's first job was working on housing action areas in the inner city of Birmingham. At a time of huge change, this new and innovative programme in Birmingham was Ian's first engagement with regeneration and community, and the ambition of a city looking to invest in its people and place. Ian's work started with improving the housing stock of the city, as well as creating better public spaces and bringing forward the infrastructure investment to tackle unemployment and change people's lives for the better. Ian moved back to Scotland to join the Monklands Council team in the Central Belt, before then joining Glasgow District Council, where he held a number of key posts, including Head of Corporate Policy and Chief Advisor to the Council Leader. Ian was appointed Chief Executive Officer of Clyde Gateway in 2008, and he noted then that his aim was for everyone in the East End of Glasgow and Rutherglen to be part of the success stories that are going to come our way, and to share in a lasting legacy. Ian's people-oriented approach and passion for positive outcomes has led to real and lasting change. He has been instrumental in creating large-scale community benefits for people in the area, not only with the development of warm, energy-efficient homes, but also with regenerative green space, like the creation of the award-winning Cunninger Loop Forestry Park, a 37-acre green space for people to walk, cycle and enjoy. Home of the Hope sculpture, erected 1 year ago at COP26, symbolising the hope of building a greener, healthier future. Or indeed the creation of social initiatives like the Active Schools programme, which provides support for learning, including exam preparation, and linking up with universities and employers to offer career support and advice. Ian was also hugely instrumental in creating the success and legacy that resulted from the 2014 Commonwealth Games and the inward investment of £500 million being put to use for the business and communities in the area. This work and its legacy has improved the area, and its success enabled Ian to make the case to the Scottish Government to further extend Clyde Gateway funding. Ian's vision and ambition has also brought new business investment to the area, with more than 1 million square feet of new and high-quality business space being constructed. Around 670 acres of derelict land, often heavily contaminated industrial land, has been remediated, 30% of the entire Clyde Gateway area. Ian has noted that the Clyde Gateway project and my role as Chief Executive will only be judged a success when the image, perception and fortunes of the area change for the better, and when local people move into jobs and new homes and enjoy a higher quality of life. It is clear that Ian's leadership of the multi-award-winning Clyde Gateway has succeeded in positively changing the lives of people and businesses in the area. Ian's work continues with new programmes designed to make a positive impact on people, most recently through the development of a sustainable and innovative district heating scheme in Dalmarnock to relieve fuel poverty. Knowing and working with Ian, I reflect that his leadership, his championing of innovation, enterprise, community and social inclusion are truly inspirational. These principles very much align with our own university values and the Sustainable Development Goals that we also champion. It is with great pleasure, therefore, my Lord and Chancellor, that with the authority of Senate, I ask you to confer upon Ian Manson the degree of Doctor of the University, apologies, honoris causa.
Stand up. Congratulations. Very well done.
Well, what a privilege to be able to stand here today and say a few words after hearing my life story read out to you. It's a scary, scary thing, but yeah, Master of the Universe, I'll take that any time. Look, I'm as excited to be here today as I know you all are, and I'm delighted to share this day with you. On behalf of you as graduates today, graduating, thank you, Strathclyde University. Thank you all the academic staff, the court, the Senate, presiding officer here today for proving that this is indeed a place of special and useful learning. The university is a powerful and large institution in Glasgow and a big part of the city's economy, and I've been lucky to play a role in that wider story of the city. And I've been lucky to do some of the things that I want to do with Strathclyde University as well. And Roddy mentioned the Hope sculpture, and I wanted to tell you about that. As COP27 meets in Egypt just now, and we're all hope again for a better world. When COP26 was here in Glasgow last year, we worked with Strathclyde University and put up a number of Hope sculptures. So it is what it says it is. And it's a figure that stands and with its arms like this and kind of embodying the future and giving us a symbol of a better future. There's three in the city. There's one at Central Station. You may have seen the wooden one. There are three joined hands in Rotten Row Gardens just along from here. And the biggest of them all is in Clyde Gateway, the place where I'm responsible. It sits atop a 37-metre podium, a concrete podium that uses 80% less carbon than normal podium. So we walk the talk, but it's been wonderful to be working with the university on something that's such a symbol of hope and a better future for all of us. It's a great personal honour for me to be here, as you might imagine today. And I obviously want to say some thank yous. My gratitude goes to my family, to Carolyn, to Rose and Fiona for all the support over the years, and also all the wonderful people that I've worked with over the years. The Clyde Gateway team and the Clyde Gateway board, the people who make all the decisions and help us. And it's such a privilege to be here, because I'm sure in this position you would all want to say the same thing. All the graduates would want to say the same thing. So I'll do it on your behalf. Thank you to families, supporters, relatives, everybody who has helped get us here today by whatever route that we've taken. Look, it's amazing to be standing here and talking about regeneration. It doesn't always go well. It often ends in tears. And in your own towns and cities, maybe even your rural areas, you'll see that where somebody has tried to improve things, not everybody agrees about what needs to be done, and it doesn't always end very well. Read your local newspapers or your social media. And it most obviously and always tends to let the local community down, the local people who matter most. And to take on a job like this, there's no hiding place. You're being judged by thousands of people on a daily basis. It's high profile in the media. You just have to dive in and get on with it. And I'm delighted, relieved even to be standing here and saying that what we've been doing in the East End of Glasgow is working. It's a place where industry thrived and then left dereliction and decay and poverty behind. And it's now a place where people choose to live, where people choose to bring their businesses and grow them, bring up families, and live in sustainable ways as well that don't damage the planet. Now, the 2014 Commonwealth Games made it happen, and I was delighted to see Birmingham really enjoy their Commonwealth Games just a few months ago. It was a magic time in the city, and it was a real basis for transformation. But it's gone well beyond that. This is a change to a community, an impoverished community, a change that's been determined by local people. They're in charge of what I do, and they've decided what should happen. It's very simple. It's what we want for all our communities, but it doesn't always happen. I'll finish with a few words that, I would like to see this happen more often. I would like to see more communities benefit. And I know that through some of the leadership that I've been involved in and through working with some fantastic people, we've done some unusual things. So a couple of things to leave you with. When you're in a difficult spot, and people had not invested in the area for decades, there is always something positive to be found. There are always assets to be built on. And in the East End, it was the place itself, a fantastic location. But the people, the community, they need investment and support, and they will make something special out of the area. So there are always assets, and we should always invest in these. And as business school graduates, then you will be able to spot that asset opportunity and bring the investment where perhaps it's not been before. Secondly, nobody really believes in you if you're not tackling the difficult issues. So you have to tackle the really challenging issues. In the East End, that means health, it means derelict land, etc. You might not be successful, but everybody loves a trier, and you have to confront some of the challenging issues that are in front of you. You can see I'm going on to more general lessons here. And finally, I put my trust into the local community. I thought they would know best what needs to be done. And the fact that I'm standing here in front of you today suggests that was a winning decision. They know what needs to be done. They would like to lead it. It's up to us and the rest of our societies to be much more ambitious for the change that can actually take place. I hope that's of interest to you. Congratulations to all of you graduating today. I wish you the best for your careers ahead. Thank you, Strathclyde University, for the honour you've bestowed on me today, and thank you all for listening. Thank you.
My Lord and Chancellor, in the name of the University and by the authority of Senate, I present to you these students. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for Research in the Hunter Centre for Entrepreneurship, Akwal Sooner. For the degree of Master of Science in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology, Atharfa Narendra Bahirat. Chikondi Gundi. Budsaran Kamnerd Sirikul. Jonathan Carty Lindsay. Mohamed Adhil Mukada Shahir. Christopher Bolorunduru Ugunlowo. Babin Paul. Suvansh Rijwani. Anmol Rungta. Bodana Schwentner. Ateshwar Suresh Kumar. Jamie Zhu. Jahan Yang. In Project Management and Innovation, Fani Sainath Chitajalu. Keris Ying Goodwin. Vedant Santosh Kamalkar. Karan Karapanareddy Palanichami. Yashavini Khanna. Firoz Malay and Davidi Padikarakandi. Malcolm Ryan MacArthur. Kiara McLean. Tanuja Pravin Metkar. Iona Grace Roy. Connor Smith. Felix Lucas Sperling. Kirsty Sutherland. Mohammed Nasif Vadakangara Palikara. Ross Whiteford. Zheng Yang. In social innovation and entrepreneurship, Quinton Jacko Kim Stoll. In digital marketing management, Kamran Ahmad. Vidant Bhatia. Mamta Bhuyan. Rituparna Chatterjee. Yen Ling Chen. Jennifer Clark. Katie Louise Gallagher. Angelique Katagia. Dimitrios Kolkis. Chi Ju Lee. Zhao Ru Liu. Greg Luke. Natasha Maluza. Sheena McIntosh Mulligan. Eve Fern Parker. Abhishekta Sarela. Ankush Shantaram Tayadi. Emma Rachel Thompson. Shin Tsen Tu. Aman Walia. In Innovation and Marketing Management, Imogen Molly Cartwright. Krongkwan Changon. Elena Martini. Aditya Ratan Raleigh. Tanapat Ratanachai. Nontawat Senaprom. Tasnia Mim Tasnim. Faustine Sophie Tamara Verhey Vetishek. In International Marketing, Komilina Bajracharya. Karimu Bilali. Madhura Joshi. Manasi Milan Kandikar. Michael King. Zinji Lee. Ross William Nicholson. Sarvesh Umesh Patil. Hitesh Kumar Ratoru. Kushal Reddy. Anna Louise Renfrew. Sai Kumar Rockham. Marissa Lee Charlo. Ching Weng Tung. Krishna Vadfa. In marketing, Leila Amadi. Unati Bioha. Dinesh Kumar Reddy Boman Nagari. Natasa Dimitriou. Karan John De Silva. Saloni Suhas Gankar. Yu Gao. Morin Isarat. Nikita Chandrasekhar Jagtap. Ifra Khalid. Tomai Koraidu. Yuan Chuen Lin. Zishan Liu. Peiji Liu. Kingyu Liu. Caitlin Kelsey Mendoza Price. Yinan Meng. Elena Minucci. Kiwi Mu. Nikhilesh Pandey. Zaika Nadine Saldivar. Prithvi Subramanya Sanketh. Eleni Skiza. Beth Sibbald. Aishwarya Singh. Sirafat Siritanachai. Gavin Slater. Pujit Tandon. Sirisofa Thongmern. Scott Brian Wright. Meng Ting Wu. Yushutai Zhong. Himanshu Yadav. Shu Zhang. Ji Zhu. In Tourism Marketing Management, Yuru Han. Nitin Jain. Jimin Kim. Anastasia Paulo. For the degree of postgraduate diploma in international marketing, Sarocha Thaniswiwat. In marketing, Paras Rajesh Rokde. Sahil Sharma. Suhasini Ajit Yadav. For the degree of Masters of Science in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology, Stuart Curry. For the Certificate in Applied Business Skills, Breaking Barriers, Alan Anderson. Neve Baxter. Hamish Bowes. Fraser Brown. Lewis Dengnan. Alexander Gallagher. Ruben Gallagher. Paul Grech. Callum Holdsworth. Chloe Hutton. Thomas McAvoy. Craig McFarlane. Mark McIntosh. Lucy Elizabeth McKee. Aaron Markey. Paisley Mooney. Jack Lee Shaw Mowbray. Kelsey O'Brien. Declan Smith. Jordan Stern.
Well, let me warmly welcome you once again to this special ceremony and memorable day. It's a day that marks the culmination of many years of demanding work and dedication for our new graduates. So I'd like to begin my address by congratulating our graduates of 2022 on their collective achievements and success with a round of applause from all of us here. And thank you for your very audible support earlier. I thought I was at a film premiere or something. It was just great. So the last 2.5 years have been particularly challenging due to coronavirus. And you have all, our graduates, have shown great resilience, adaptability and determination to arrive at this day. For those of you graduating in front of your family, friends and supporters, this will be a very proud moment. And I'm sure you're extremely grateful for their support. So, graduates, let us take this opportunity to show our appreciation and gratitude with a round of applause for your family, friends, and supporters. And similarly, all of our graduates would have been helped by our wonderful staff, who've worked hard to provide you with a first-class education and outstanding student experience, and for whom your success is their reward. So graduates, please join me in showing your appreciation to them. Now, in a short while, you'll be invited to join an academic procession when we leave the hall. That's a symbol that you're no longer students, but you're now full members of the academic community at Strathclyde, one that now numbers an astonishing 191,000 across the world. You join such esteemed company as David Livingstone, John Logie Baird, Dame Elish Angiolini, Helen Liddell, Baroness Annabel Goldie, Sir Tom Hunter, just to name a very few. Of all the key figures who made this university what it is, Professor John Anderson was the one who made it possible back in 1796 when Strathclyde was founded at his bequest during the Scottish Enlightenment for the benefit of all mankind as a place of useful learning. Anderson believed in knowledge for the greater good and for all, what I guess we call widening access today. And we've remained faithful to our founding principles. Strathclyde's at the forefront of widening access to higher education, welcoming those with the ability to learn regardless of their personal circumstances. And we do this while having some of the highest entrance requirements in the UK. Our motto of useful learning continues to apply today as we seek to gain new knowledge and understanding that we can apply to the challenges of our times. We're a research-intensive university whose vision is to make a positive difference to the lives of our students, to society, and to the world. And through our groundbreaking research, we're helping to change the world for the better. In the recently published results of the Research Excellence Framework in 2021, the UK government system for assessing the quality of research in UK higher education institutions, almost 90% of Strathclyde's research was assessed as world-leading or internationally excellent. Strathclyde also had the second highest impact quality profile in Scotland, demonstrating the effect our research has on everyday lives in the real world. Our scientists and researchers are leading the development of innovative technologies that will facilitate the transition from fossil fuels to clean, sustainable energy sources like wind, solar, hydrogen, that will power a future world and tackle climate change. And we're developing new drugs, using new digital manufacturing processes that will provide cheaper, more effective treatments in the fight against cancer, kidney diseases, and inflammatory diseases, whilst also helping our health service evolve to face the challenges of health and social care in the changing demographics of the 21st century. Through our focus on entrepreneurial education, that's Strathclyde Inspire, We're helping students and staff to create new businesses with sustainability in mind, which are creating jobs and supporting economic growth. And we're leading the revitalisation of this part of the city through Glasgow City Innovation District. It's bringing companies, both large and small, here to work together with the university to create new ideas, technologies and solutions to a range of problems across a whole range of key research clusters: health tech, fintech, 5G, industrial informatics, space, quantum. And much of that is based within our Technology and Innovation Centre. In the near future, we're going to be building another innovation centre named in honour of one of our most successful alumni, businessman Dr. Charles Huang, who last year donated £50 million to Strathclyde, an extremely generous gift and actually our largest ever, given in recognition of the role that this university had in his personal success. £30 million of the gift is going to be used to support this new sustainable building, a key part of the university's technical and innovation zone, and allowing more businesses to co-locate within the university and improve productivity, develop world-class talent, research and technology, and accelerate inclusive economic growth. And also, in honour of Professor Stephen Young, he's a pioneer in the field of marketing who helped establish Strathclyde's Department of Marketing and who was Dr. Huang's PhD supervisor and mentor during his studies, and who sadly passed away in August last year. But £20 million of Dr. Huang's gift will support the creation of 2 professorial chairs in international entrepreneurship and international innovation and business, along with associated research assistants and PhD students. Further still, it'll support an annual prize for an outstanding research paper for a business idea, and it'll fund 5 merit scholarship awards each year, all in Professor Young's name. And that'll see an associated leadership programme put in place for each of the scholarship students. We're growing Scotland's manufacturing capabilities as part of the 4th Industrial Revolution, called Industry 4.0, which will see digitalisation, automation and artificial intelligence transform the sector and provide huge economic and employment opportunities. Much of this work is taking place in the Advanced Manufacturing Innovation District, Scotland, which is out near Glasgow Airport, where the National Manufacturing Institute Scotland facility, to be operated by Strathclyde, is currently under construction. We also work to inform public policy on national economic strategy, education, productivity and workplace strategies through our various research institutes. And our globally minded staff and students are working in sustainable development and addressing inequalities in places such as India, Malawi and the Gambia to establish clean water, renewable power supplies and healthcare facilities. In pursuing our vision, we understand the value of successfully working in partnership with business, government and the third sector to make a difference, and we extend our global reach through academic partnerships with the likes of Stanford, NYU, MIT, Caltech, Tsinghua, Nanyang Technological University and the National University of Singapore, to name a few. As a university, we're continually working to enhance our student experience, investing in our campus as evidenced by our new Strathclyde sport and learning and teaching buildings, and investing in health and well-being services, always putting our students at the heart of everything we do. Our progress and efforts in all of these areas have been greatly recognised in recent years with a host of awards. We became the only university to win the Times Higher Education UK University of the Year twice, first in 2012 and again in 2019. And we've also been named Business School of the Year, Workplace of the Year, Research Project of the Year in recent years, and were shortlisted in the Outstanding Entrepreneurial University of the Year category of the Times Higher Education Awards for this year, which is going to be announced in a couple of weeks' time. Now, some of the highlights of this faculty are Professor Tom Baum, Department of Work, Employment and Organisation, has been advising the Scientific Pandemic Insights Group on Behaviour, which is a subgroup of SAGE, and it's addressing behavioural and sociological drivers of the COVID-19 epidemic. The subgroup looks at how these drivers impact specific sectors of the economy, in this case, the hotel industry. Professor Alec Morton, Head of the Department of Management Science, and Lee Nifton, Co-Director of the Centre for Health Policy and Director of the Mental Health Foundation for Scotland and Northern Ireland, helped co-author a major report on mental health, the Mental Health Foundation Report, Economic Case for Investing in Prevention. And Professor Phil Taylor, Department of Work, Employment and Organisation at Strathclyde Business School, has been conferred the award of Fellow of the Academy of Social Sciences as part of an impressive range of leading social scientists given the award this autumn. New fellows are recognised after an independent peer review process for the excellence and the impact of their work and their wider contributions to social sciences for public benefit. These examples are just a small sample of the wide-ranging activity and success from our university in the last year. Today is a day to look forward to the beginning of a new chapter in your lives, where you take the knowledge and skills you've acquired during your time here to pursue and realise your aspirations. As you forge your new careers, the university's values of being ambitious, bold, innovative, collaborative and people-orientated will stand you in good stead. We're only just emerging from the coronavirus pandemic, which has had far-reaching and unprecedented effects on all of our lives. The pandemic has challenged our health systems, impacted our economies and changed the way we work. But it's also demonstrated what society can achieve when we work together, and it's placed science at the forefront of the solutions to the challenges we face. For it was science and universities that delivered vaccines for COVID-19 in record time, and it's science and education that will help us address the most pressing issue of our day, climate change. In November last year, Glasgow, as you all know, hosted COP26, the summit of world leaders and nations which came together to agree measures to prevent catastrophic warming of our planet. Several important pledges were made at that gathering, and it will be up to you as citizens to ensure those promises are kept, to push for further changes, and it will be up to you as citizens to play your part in putting in place the scientific and social solutions to making net zero happen. The university is all too aware of its responsibilities to reduce its own impact on the planet, and that's why we've set a target to reduce our own carbon emissions by 70% by 2025 and to reach net zero by 2040 or earlier if we're able. We must also recognise the challenges of coronavirus and climate change have exposed divisions in societies, weaknesses in our systems, and even seen the denial of science and expert knowledge. Strathclyde is an institution where freedom of thought is encouraged and valued, an institution exemplified by tolerance and inclusivity, and one which seeks to play a significant role in shaping the world in which we live, through teaching, research, and through you, our graduates. Now, as graduates of Strathclyde, you too must play your part in drawing upon the knowledge you've gained here and the learning that's still to come to build a brighter future. In doing so, we hope you'll demonstrate Strathclyde's socially progressive values and ethos of tolerance, pluralism, and a desire to make a positive difference. As graduates, you must champion knowledge, address injustice, and question inappropriate behaviours, including by those in authority. Now, I'm confident you'll do this because you go out into the world equipped with that most valuable asset, knowledge. The Strathclyde degree you now hold in your hands is your passport to success as you rise to meet the challenges ahead. The quality of research and education at Strathclyde is why our graduates are highly sought after by employers, And it's through you, our graduates, that we make our biggest impact on the world. So it's with immense pride that we see you graduate today. And though you may be leaving us, we hope you will continue to stay in touch, to let us know how you're getting on, and to continue to contribute to Strathclyde. Because it's through the involvement of our alumni that we can provide a first-class education and student experience for you. So we now ask you that you think of those who will follow you. As we draw this ceremony to a close, the time has come for you to celebrate with your loved ones. So on behalf of the University of Strathclyde, congratulations again to each and every one of you. Well done. Thank you. I wish you every success for the future, and I now declare this congregation closed. I would now like to invite you to join the academic procession and ask, please, family and friends to remain in the hall until the procession has left the building, and then join us in the Learning and Teaching building for refreshments. Please be upstanding.